Hello everyone, this is Maja Blue. Zdravo svima, ja sam Maja Blue, and today we're going to talk about prepositions of location. Prepositions in Serbian are predlozi, and in singular it is predlog. And in this case, we're going to talk about mesni predlozi because we are talking about location. The reason why I'm making this video is because as a learner of various languages, I'm thoroughly confused when it comes to prepositions, and sometimes they're really unpredictable, sometimes they make no sense. So I decided to explain to you some of them in Serbian, just some of them. There are a lot more of them. Well, Serbian is a rich language, so sorry that I cannot count them all in all contexts, but I wanted to talk some of them, give some examples, tell you in which context they're used, and also they're sometimes not necessarily used in context for location, and that's something that I will touch upon in this video too. Mind you, there are many contexts where you can use them, so I cannot cover them all. But I hope you're going to learn something today, and let's start. The first one is na, which means on something, on a surface. So if you want to say the book is on the table, you would say knjiga je na stolu. Well, in this case, because it's a state, you use locative. However, if you want to say I put the book on the table, then that would be an action, and for this reason we would use accusative. And that will be stavio sam knjigu na sto. So as you can see, locative is na stolu and accusative na sto. You're going to have to bear that in mind when you're using prepositions because they change depending on the noun that follows them, because we have many cases and noun endings change depending on the cases. But of course we can use na in other contexts. So for example, you can say in summer means na leto, or I'm at work, ja sam na poslu. But if you want to say I'm going to work, then you say idem na posao. Again, here you have a difference between state and action. And also if you want to say that you did something quickly, quickly is na brzinu. So for example, I ate quickly, pojeo sam na brzinu. These are just some of the examples of the use of the preposition na. Preposition u, which is in. So in something, inside something. For example, the soup is in the plate. Supa je u tanjiru. I am in the city center. Ja sam u gradu. Again, we have a state here, but then we also have movement. I'm going to the city center. Idem u grad. You can use u or in with months. So for example, I went skiing in January. Otišao sam or otišla sam for women na skijenje u januaru. Or you can use it for days of the week. So see you on Monday. Vidimo se u ponedeljak. Ispred means in front of, and the noun that follows ispred is always in genitive. So you can say someone's in front of our house. Neko je ispred naše kuće. Iza is behind. Again, the noun is in genitive, and you can ask, why are you walking behind me? Zašto šetaš iza mene? Ispod means under or underneath, and again the noun is in genitive or genitive, and you can say check under the table, proveri ispod kreveta. Pod is actually a shortened version, but the noun that follows pod is always in instrumental. We have a saying in Serbian, put pod noge, which means path underneath the legs, and that basically means go away, leave me alone. Iznad is above, and again the noun is in genitive, and for example the sentence is the skirt is above the knees, suknja je iznad kolena. Nad again is a shortened version of iznad, and it is followed by the noun in instrumental. You can say I have a roof over my head, which means imam krov nad glavom. Pored is next to, and the sentence is sit next to me, which is sedi pored mene. The preposition is actually means from, so you can say from a city, from a country. He is from Belgrade. On je iz Beograda. She is from Serbia. Ona je iz Srbije. But you can also use it to say out of respect. So iz poštovanja, javljam ti se iz poštovanja. I'm greeting you out of respect. Između is between. So if you want to say this is between us, ovo je između nas. Oh yeah, and I forgot to say that iz and između both go with nouns in genitive. Oko means around, and in this case the noun is in accusative. So you can say people gathered around the fire, ljudi su se okupili oko vatre. Oko also introduces the topic. So for example, we argued around the delegation of tasks. Raspravljali smo oko podele or raspodele zadataka. Okay, now I have 3 tasks for you and I want to see in the comments what you answer. Well, what you think what the correct answer is. So the first one is you have to choose between the 2. In the first task, I will give you a sentence. It's beautiful on Kopaonik. Kopaonik is a mountain range in Serbia. And I want you to choose what the correct translation would be. Lepo je na Kopaonik or Lepo je na Kopaoniku. And the tip is, please think about the differences between a state and an activity. If I say, let's meet at the restaurant, then in Serbian you would say, nađemo se, and then which preposition would you use? And the third task is if you want to say, I am from Canada, you would say, ja sam, and then you have to choose the preposition and of course how you say Canada in Serbian. I will post the answers, but not right away because I want to see how you actually think and I want to see everyone explaining to everyone else because sometimes, you can also learn from learners because sometimes they can explain these things better than teachers. Once again, this is just a small portion of prepositions and also a small portion of context where we use these prepositions. Feel free to add some of your thoughts and also if you have some more information about these prepositions, I love to learn too and see you in the next video. Pozdrav!